Welcome back. Reading the Quran. We're on Surah 43, Zukhruf, and we're on picking up on 61 where we left off. And Jesus shall be a sign for the coming of the hour of judgment. Therefore have no doubt about the hour, but follow ye me. This is a straight way. Let not the evil one, hinder you, for he is to you an enemy avowed. When Jesus came with clear signs, he said, Now have I come to you with wisdom, and in order to make clear to you some of the points on which ye dispute, therefore fear Allah and obey me. For Allah he is my Lord and your Lord, so worship ye him. This is a straight way. But sects from among themselves fell into disagreement. Then woe to the wrongdoers from the penalty of a grievous day. Do they only wait for the hour, that it should come on them all of a sudden, while they perceive not? Kind of like the virus did. Came out of nowhere. Friends on that day will be foes, one to another, except the righteous. Look at that. Wait. Friends on that day will be foes, one to another. So everyone's against each other, except the righteous. Like the righteous, maybe they'll come together. My devotees, no fear shall be on you that day, nor shall ye grieve, being those who have believed in our signs and bowed their wills to ours in Islam. So believing in the signs, recognizing the signs, and bowing to the will. Enter ye the garden, ye and your wives, in beauty and rejoicing. To them will be passed round dishes and goblets of gold. There will be there all that the souls could desire, all that the eyes could delight in, and ye shall abide therein for aye. Such will be the garden of which ye are made heirs for your good deeds in life. Ye shall have therein abundance of fruit, from which ye shall have satisfaction. You know, like good, real watermelon, and like a real peach. Not the kind that are picked when they're green and they're still really hard and not sweet. Like the kind you get in the supermarket. A real one. The sinners will be in the punishment of hell to dwell therein for aye. No wise will the punishment be lightened for them, and in despair will they be there overwhelmed. No wise shall we be unjust to them, but it is they who have been unjust themselves. They will cry, O Malik! Oh, that's the angel. Would that thy Lord put an end to us? He will say, Nay, but ye shall abide. Verily we have brought the truth to you, but most of you have a hatred for truth. What? Have they settled some plan among themselves? But it is we who settle things. Or do they think that we hear not their secrets and their private counsels? Hey! Yes, indeed we do. And our messengers are by them to record. The messengers are recording. You see? It's like they have these backroom deals. They think, okay, no cameras, no bugs. Alright, nobody's wearing a wire. No one's gonna know what we did. Nope. There's someone in the room who you just can't see. Say, if Allah most gracious had a son, I would be the first to worship. Glory to the Lord of the heavens and the earth, the Lord of the throne of authority. He is free from the things they attribute to him, so leave them to babble and play with vanities until they meet the day of theirs, which they have been promised. It is he who is God in heaven and God on earth, and he is full of wisdom and knowledge. And blessed is he to whom belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and all between them. With him is the knowledge of the hour of judgment, and to him shall ye be brought back. And those whom they invoke besides Allah have no power of intercession, only he who bears witness to the truth, and they know him. If thou ask them who created them, they will certainly say, Allah. How then are they deluded away from the truth? Allah has knowledge of the day they will certainly say. Allah has knowledge of the Prophet's cry. O my Lord, truly these are people who will not believe, but turn away from them and say peace, but soon shall they know. But soon shall they know. Okay, that's the end of that section. Okay, wow. The messengers are by then to record, family. And then 67 is interesting because it's like friends on that day will be foes. It's like people turning against each other, dog eat dog. One to another, except the righteous. Wow. And 48, punish in order that they might turn to us. Again, that's a deeply philosophical one that you could go on and on about. Turn and, ask for the signs and recognition of what you should do, right? Ask for the knowledge of like how you can repair and not get another punishment. And also recognizing when something is a punishment and something's in a test, but a test can be a punishment and a test can be a benefit. It's like both good and bad tests exists. Right? 52. It's interesting when Pharaoh is making fun of, how Moses has a stutter. Because some people think you gotta have that oiled tongue in order to speak wisdom. Like corporate talk. Sometimes if you have somebody who doesn't, like, a modern example to me of Moses in an extracted way is like, let's say you have a line cook and he doesn't speak English very well, but he's trying to tell you some logistical thing you could do to fix a recipe or speed line at an entree. And the chef might not listen, right? Because it's like, I can't pay attention to you because you're broken English, right? But then like a corporate, like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pinkish, khakis, polo shirt, like an uppity, a preppy we call him, goes in and is like, so I know what we could do, and I know this, and that person might be full of garbage, right? And they might not have anything, but they'll get believed just because they may have a smoother oiled tongue and the more like feathers on the peacock, as they say. It actually makes Moses even more admirable. Now remember, one of y'all wrote a while back that that's why Moses wanted Aaron to speak, because he was a better orator with his rhetoric. But it is cool that Moses had that quality. And then 59, he was no more than a servant, so we granted our favor to him, and we made him an example to the children of Israel. And if it were our will, we could make angels from amongst you, succeeding each other on earth. So it's like, they wanted to replace humans, they could have done it. And Jesus was a servant of God, not a God himself. He was given favor, but he wasn't given this sort of other earthly power. And in 36, if anyone withdraws himself from remembrance of Allah, most gracious, we appoint for him an evil one, to be an intimate companion to him. That one trips me up. I don't want that. And it's probably a jinn, right? Is it a jinn? Oh, that'd be scary. You can't see it either. But it could also be real though too, right? Like I said, it could be like a bad friend, right? Like, didn't one of you tell me that the jinns can shapeshift? Right? They can turn into a human, they could turn into a beast, so they can shapeshift. Or just be unseen to the eye. That's even worse. That's scary. And then 37. Such evil ones really hinder them from the path, but they think that they are being guided aright. That's a strong one, right? Think about it. You're like, what? Think about somebody who's a corrupt, Wall Street executive, or somebody who's like a Wolf of Wall Street type, trying to teach a rookie how to play the game, and that person could be like, oh, this guy's going to show me the way. He's going to show me the way to get the escorts and to get the car and to get that fancy corner office, right? When in reality, it's like that person is leading them down a dark, dark path. I truly think I've had a lot of that. And hopefully, I never be a bad path for anybody. But maybe unknowingly, when I was more rowdy, maybe I was a goat. I'll be judged for that. I hope it never happens again. But how many of us have had that? Makes you become a little bit more observant, right? You start looking at it and thinking, how can I make sure that I don't get led astray by a truly wicked one? And then on 32, but the mercy of thy Lord is better than the wealth which they amass. Think about it. When you've made a mistake or you need like to be kept safe, like you could have a fancy mansion, but if you got, some criminals trying to get you in there, and only by the mercy of Allah could he, get you protection, or you never know, your dog wakes up, catches the criminal for you, or you're able to get your firearm in time. That's because of the mercy of Allah, right? Because remember he said, only the good and bad are both due to his will. Like, again, for like a punishment so that you turn to him. Because if you have that, you're like, oh my gosh, like, your heart's pounding, like, please God, please oh God, please oh God. Like, wow. It's like, man, that's what's such a shame about hoarders of wealth. And now hoarders of diapers and toilet paper. Then 13, for we could never have accomplished this by ourselves. That was 13. Glory to him who subjected these to our use. Talking about the animals. Animals are a blessing, man. They really are. Think about how many eggs you get from a chicken. It's amazing.